Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with the Side Hustle Summit, and I am so excited to introduce you all to Mr. Gerald Nichols. Now, Gerald has actually worked with eCom sellers for a brief moment in time until he blew up on his own. And I am so glad that he is one of our key feature speakers. Let me just tell you, he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience when it comes to marketing, and he can tell you how he took his side hustle and blew it up to what it is right now. So, Gerald, the floor is yours. Let's get started with this session.
Perfect. So again, my name is Gerald. I've been in marketing for like 10, 15 years now. Um, Started my background in sales. I've always been a hustler, to be honest with you. So I've always had side hustles. I've always had hustles growing up since I was a kid. So it was easy for me to transition into a career in marketing because marketing is like it's like hustling, but it's sales to a mass audience, right? So so yeah, if you want to get started, Nicole, we could just jump in and get straight to it.
All right, let's go.
So again, my name is Gerald. As I mentioned before, I got started in marketing, doing door to door sales. And from my hustle and skill set in sales, I was hired as the marketing manager for a tax franchise in LA, where during that time, digital really wasn't big. So we focused on like offline guerrilla marketing strategies and tactics, um, which essentially brought customers to the door every single day. Now, after we sold that business, I moved into freelance work and I started an agency. Currently have 5 clients on the roster and done about $25 million in sales so far and counting every single day.
Woo! I love that. Absolutely love it. All right, so let's go.
So with marketing, there's a bunch of different side hustles you can do. Content marketing, for example, where you create like blog posts, infographics, different pieces of content. AI has made that so much easier where you can create tons of good quality content if you have the right prompts and the right tools. Um, and you can actually sell that service to clients. Also in marketing, you can do social media management, you can manage paid ads, you can create funnels, manage the whole funnel process. You can do email marketing, email copywriting, sales letter copywriting just in general. But again, AI has made copywriting so much easier, that with the right prompt, you can transform yourself into an A-list copywriter literally overnight. And then also you got affiliate marketing where you are selling other people's products or services in exchange for a commission.
All right. Now, this is what I will say content marketing like blogs. So, when it comes to what was one of the first things out of all this list right here? What was one of the first things that you did to get started in your marketing? Which one of these was it?
Paid ads management. So I started Google Ads. That was kind of how I dipped my toe into digital marketing. I got started with Google Ads first, and then from there, I went down the marketing rabbit hole. As you know, it's endless. From Google Ads, it turned into copywriting, and then from copywriting, it turned into email marketing. And then for me, from email marketing, um, it just kind of branched out from there. We do a little bit of social media management. Um, And we have had some good success on TikTok so far. I mean, we've had a few videos go viral, and like those viral videos literally create tens of thousands of dollars worth of sales in a matter of hours.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you going to get into how a person, like you started with Google Ads? So,
Mhm.
are you going to get into how difficult or hard it is? Or can you talk about that if you're not planning on getting into it? Can you just briefly talk about what it took to actually get started with Google Ads?
Yeah. So with Google Ads, I actually took courses, right? So I took some courses that taught me how to run ads, how to set up campaign structure, how to effectively manage campaigns, etc. Um, and from there, I'm sorry, my daughter is climbing on me right now.
She wants to be part of the presentation. Oh my gosh. So here's the deal. This is what makes life so unique and so real. It's because we're doing this in real time.
Okay, just sit down and just sit down. Come on, you could chill with me. All right. So yeah, from there, Google Ads. I took a few courses which taught me account structure, taught me how to effectively manage campaigns, what to look out for, how to set up campaigns. And this was before AI and like all of the tools and stuff that we have now. In terms of all of the tools we have now in terms of like Google Performance Max campaigns, where you can kind of set those up. And once you get the right targeting, once the algorithm gets all of the data, all of the right data, um, it's it pretty much can run itself. So like I'll give you an example. I have a client right now where we have a Performance Max campaign running, and it's bringing in customers every single day for about $15 each, right? So yeah.
Wow, that's not bad. And when you said you took classes, were those paid classes that you took, or you took
Yeah.
online
So
classes?
so I started with so I bought a course, and then I found um Gen M, which is essentially how I met Nicole. And I did some apprentice work, and it was an unpaid apprenticeship. And from there, I kind of just went down the rabbit hole, just studying the craft, and it brought me here today. But yeah, I definitely recommend Gen M or a program like that where you can get like hands-on work to actually,
Apply what you learned.
yeah, apply what you're learning. So it's not just theory. You're actually in the trenches doing the work and understanding how things work and how to be successful. You know.
So, last question, and then we'll go on. So the classes that you took, you said they were paid or were they free? Did you get on?
Paid. So I took both. I took paid classes. I took free classes. I was basically taking classes left and right just to learn this stuff. So I was investing in myself. You know, paying for classes, and then if there was a free class available, I would take a free class as well, just to kind of cross reference the knowledge to make sure I'm learning things from every angle. um, and I mean, even Google has a course on Google Ads and how to run Google Ads to get your Google certification, right? So you can take that as well, and that's free.
Absolutely. That was what I wanted to everybody to know. So if you are sitting back and you're wondering like how you can get to this place where you can be an in-demand resource for paid ads, take the free courses that are out there. Google Ads has it. I'm sorry, Google has it. Google has a lot of free stuff. So take that and use it to your benefit and then see if you can get a free apprentice with someone. All right, so we'll move on because your daughter, you are in demand. All right, so let's move on.
Yeah. So I mean, I've always thought like, the goal of a side hustle is to actually turn it into a real business. So I noticed like a lot of my friends and stuff who have side hustles, they're always like pounding me and other people in our circle to buy stuff from them, buy stuff from them. And I essentially thought about it like this: like if you have to beg your family and friends to support you or do business with you, you actually don't have like a real business. Like you don't have a real business until you can get people you don't know um, to buy your products or services. That's my humble opinion. So that's what I would say is like putting yourself out there and running some marketing campaigns or just creating your own marketing campaigns to get yourself out there so you don't have to rely on family and friends to support you.
Absolutely. And so I don't know what the name of the company now that is. It used to be is Gen, Gen, M as in the letter M. and or Gen M. Um, but again, that free apprenticeship gives you can apply what you learn. I believe anytime you learn something new, you need to immediately apply it. And then if you apply what you learned, then that gives you a chance to be able to get feedback that you can use to get paid customers. So just a suggestion. All
Yep.
right, so next.
So again, when you have your side hustle, it's always important to figure out ways to attract people to your business. And you can do that, through a number of ways, like organic traffic, like creating articles, right, and posting that on your website, which can create some free organic traffic. It's a longer process to get organic traffic, but once you set it up and do it correctly, it will the benefits, you'll reap the benefits over time. And then if you want to put some gasoline on the fire and accelerate that, you could always run paid advertising for your products or services, which will bring immediate traffic into your ecosystem, in order to try to convince them to do business with you.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so I think we went through that. So like again, organic, you can use content marketing strategy like blog posts and articles. The other is like social media posts. Now, if you have a social media post that goes viral, that can create a wave of new business. Um, Speaking of viral, we had a video go viral today on TikTok, and literally I just checked Shopify like just before this call, and it was already like $3,000 in sales within an hour.
$3,000 an hour is not bad.
Yeah, yeah,
That is very nice. TikTok is the one.
yeah. And again, with paid traffic, you can run ads on Google, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Microsoft, Snapchat, etc. And then for retargeting ads, those are people who've interacted with your ad or visited your website. You can retarget them with different ads to keep your name in front of their face. And for retargeting, I usually use like AdRoll, because AdRoll will kind of show, it'll provide you with impressions all over the internet, on sites and places that Facebook and Google might not reach. Um, so yeah.
All right. So I do have to interject a little humor into this. Here's the deal, because we do this from home, we do this full time. Life happens. There's always something. So this beautiful
Yeah.
young lady has decided to be part of this presentation because her dad is the bee's knees to her. So, and I get it because I'm a daddy's girl too. So I completely understand that. But in any case, that is one of the things about being an entrepreneur, work from home entrepreneur. You do have the luxury to be able to spend time with your kids, regardless of the fact that they love to come in and say hi to you in the middle of your sessions. That's okay. That's just part of the journey.
Exactly.
All right. So, all right. So go ahead.
All right.
So the next one is your secret to traffic source.
Yeah. So one of my secret traffic sources that nobody's really using right now is Spotify. So I'm using Spotify ads, and I'm using a combination of ads. So we're currently testing right now video ads as well as audio ads. And what I like about Spotify ads is that there's not much competition there. So it's sort of a blue ocean strategy right now. Campaigns, the minimum campaign budget is about $250, and you can stretch that out for as long as you want. Typically, Spotify recommends a much larger budget, but you can still get some good impressions and clicks, with Spotify with a smaller $250 budget. But I would say that's a strategy to use, or a platform to use, once you have already leveraged the other platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Google. That would be another traffic source to implement once you have those up and running.
All right, Spotify. There you go. Write that down, y'all. And let me just ask a question. To run Spotify ads, is it difficult to learn how to do that?
No, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. You choose kind of your campaign type. Once you have your campaign type, it's like either a video, audio ad. Those are basically the two types of ads: audio ads or video ads. And then from there, you just kind of set your targeting parameters. Like you can choose like you want to target people who listen to a certain type of music or someone who has a specific interest, right? And then you select your country, choose your budget, and then you basically just upload your creatives. So what I like about Spotify audio ads is like you can enter in you paste in your script and then they'll render it and then they'll have like an AI voice um, talk to your read your script during the commercial. Um, and they have a bunch of different voices and character types that can connect with your audience. And the AI voices that they use aren't too robotic. They do sound somewhat natural, in my
Oh,
opinion.
that's good to know. Are there any sites like does Spotify have its own sort of kind of step by step training video on how to place their ads, or is there a YouTube video or?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, like when I just kind of, for me, I just basically opened up the account and then jumped in and just kind of just inputted the information and got it running and sent it up for approval. So I actually didn't. To me, it was just so straightforward. I didn't even need to look at a video to get it going.
Oh, I love that when it's very intuitive. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
all right. Mhm.
So what's working right now for us is we're currently doing a lot of organic stuff on all the social platforms. So we're using a tool like an auto posting tool that will auto post on Google. Yeah. So like if you have we have it connected to like a Google business page. So to
Okay.
upload content to Google business, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, like all of the platforms.
Hmm.
I don't necessarily use it for TikTok yet, but I'll get to that in just a second. And then we're using hashtags and all of that to help it get um, a little bit more exposure. Now, of course, with like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing, you don't really get much organic reach. However, if you plan on running ads, having your page filled with content helps the performance of your ad campaigns.
Oh, tip. They're right there. Write that down, guys. Having your page filled with content can help it with the ads. Help the ads.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll help the ads. So if like someone necessarily like let's say you're running an ad on Instagram, let's say they don't necessarily click on your link, they go to your page first and then they want to see what you're about on your page. Having all of that content on the page just gives you more credibility.
Okay. All right. I love that.
And
Um,
then mhm.
Now you said you're using a tool for auto posting. So what are some of the tools that you played with, and do you want to disclose your current tool or?
Yes, so I've tested a lot of stuff. I've tested Hootsuite, I've tested Buffer, I think it is. I've tested some, forgot, it's like Postly. There's a bunch of different tools I've tested. The one I'm using right now is called Loomly, Loomly.
Okay, I've heard of that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using that one. It's like I'm just using yeah, I'm just using Loomly. I mean, it's pretty cool. What I like about it is like it's easy. It's pretty intuitive, and then I have some seats set up for my for like for my team
Okay.
for them to upload the content and everything.
Okay.
So it kind of makes it easy. The team is pretty simple for them to use. So we've been using it for about a year now, and I mean it's fine. I haven't really had any issues with it.
Okay.
Um, and so yeah, that's what I'm using now.
We use Socialmonials, and we also use Promo Republic. And for with Socialmonials, I know we can do TikToks. And then for video streaming, we use OneStream.live. Those are the ones we use for posting.
Yep. And then on for TikTok, like I said, Loomly can handle TikTok. You can upload content to Loomly to auto post on TikTok. However, what I've been using for TikTok is TikTok on desktop.
Ah,
So yeah, I just go to the TikTok website and upload content directly on there, and they have a scheduling feature where you can schedule. I think it's like up to 11 days in advance,
oh,
something like
nice.
that.
Okay.
So I'll just upload a bunch of different content on there. Now, what I like about using desktop is because number one is just easier to schedule the post for me, and then number two, you can edit the videos directly on screen, and you can add in like trending music and trending sounds directly from TikTok right there on the desktop.
Now, TikTok for desktop, can you have a personal account, or it only works if you have a business profile?
You know what? I'm not sure about that because I don't even use TikTok for personal, right? So I only use it for business. So yeah, we don't even have like I mean we have quote unquote personal account, but like we never use it. Only ever use it for like video uploads.
Okay.
And I literally just upload the videos like once a week, and then I check it. And like if something goes viral and we start getting a whole bunch of traffic, I know it's probably from TikTok. So I'll just go in and kind of read the comments, start engaging with the comments and blah blah blah. Because I've talked to a TikTok rep, and what they were telling me was that like when you engage with the people, it gives the video more credibility and stuff. And then also you'll find that nowadays a lot of people are negative, right? So you always want to address their negativity in a positive way. So like for example, they'll say, "Oh, this is a scam," and you can say, "Hey, I completely." You can reply back like, "Hey, we've been around for 10 years. Check out our About Us page on our website," or something like that. Like just kind of let them know that you're a real human, and just having that conversation. And usually when you respond with something professional or just reply back, they usually don't say anything back, or they'll like your comment, right? So um yeah, that's sort of that's what we're doing now.
Okay, well, that's a golden tip. So sometimes people just post and they don't engage, they don't reply, they don't acknowledge the comments. So good to know. All right, and
Yeah,
then you have
especially if they're negative, we tend to either we tend to sort of respond in a positive light, just to show that we're a real business that has good customer service and we care.
okay. All right. Okay, and so you talked briefly about TikTok. Let's see, you have YouTube Shorts listed.
Yeah. So YouTube Shorts. I mean, it's I basically do the same thing that I do on TikTok. So with YouTube Shorts, I just use YouTube on desktop on computer, and then I just schedule all of the videos for like a month in advance on YouTube, because on YouTube there's no limit into the future on when you can schedule posts. So I just schedule as much content as we have, and I usually try to schedule it like a month in advance and just let it run on autopilot.
Ah, love that. Okay, so those are some golden nuggets. So even if you don't have an auto posting tool, look at the platforms and check to see what's available, what it's capable of handling, so that you can maybe use whatever the tool has got to be able to auto post.
Yep.
So, and one other thing I would just throw in there, only because we do it, is batching your post. So, like he said, he posts, as far in advance as he can. So, if that's a week, if that's a month, that's great. But taking that with time, having a dedicated window in which to schedule the post and just schedule a bunch of them. Have everything ready to go so you can just use that time block to schedule in advance. That way you don't feel like you're committed to and tied to these platforms where you have to post every single day. Because you heard him say he's not on TikTok personally, because that is one of the things you can get sucked into the vortex with some of these platforms and you'll never get out of the black hole. So if you're
Yeah.
one of those people that is susceptible to getting sucked into the black hole, schedule your posts. Use the tools, platform, whatever features they have to be able to schedule the post and do that so that you can avoid getting sucked into the vortex. Would you agree?
I totally agree. I call TikTok, I call it Operation Time Waste, right? Like the whole goal of TikTok is to get you to stay on the platform, right? And so TikTok rewards engagement. I noticed one little trick TikTok has, like once you start posting and stuff, they'll always give you some sort of positive indication, right? Like when you log in. So like if I log into the app on the phone, it'll show like, oh, there's three new followers or one new follower, 100 new likes or whatever, right? So every time you open it up, though, it's like every single time I open it up. So I'm like, they're doing this subconsciously so that you become addicted to opening up the app and seeing what your stats are, uploading more content, right? I think it's baked into that so that you become addicted to the platform.
I agree. I think that's what they do. I literally have to have this conversation with my son
Yeah,
because he gets sucked into the vortex, and I'm like, dude, you have your attached to your phone for 16 hours out of the day. If I ask you to do anything for 20 minutes, you have a natural born meltdown. And I'm like, you're about to be 18. You got to get this addiction under control.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so go ahead with the next one.
So yeah, so generally speaking, what we found is like having a good offer is better than magical copy, right? So what I mean by offer, it's basically what you're presenting to the public to get them to purchase your product. Um, so I'll give you a good example of a good offer. It's the all access pass for the Side Hustle Summit, right? So with the side hustle, with the all access pass, you get like $15,000 worth of bonuses and goodies for just a fraction of that price, right? So that's what I would call like a good offer. Um, or like now we're calling it a Godfather offer, or an offer you can't refuse, right? You want to make
Mhm.
your offer so irresistible that someone feels bad that they can't take advantage of the offer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
I
when you have an irresistible offer, it that's when you generally see sales accelerate for you. Um, so yeah, that's what I believe. Offer is probably one of the most. Um, it's not talked about enough in terms of like marketing, right? But having a killer offer will definitely accelerate your business. In addition to that, you want to have your landing pages optimized, right? You want them to load fast. You want them to um, be optimized for mobile because, like, I would say, generally speaking, now, like 60, I'm seeing around 60 to 80% of website traffic is coming from mobile devices. So you want to make sure that all your websites and landing pages are optimized for mobile.
There you go. I agree with that 100%. Always test your websites. And I didn't know, are you covering like a couple of free websites that tools they can use to create websites?
Um,
No?
I
Yeah.
can I can I can I can send you some links and stuff. But I mean free websites, I don't really know free. Um,
So Google Sites will allow you to create a free site that you can share. And of course, you can optimize that for mobile. You can create a website in Canva. Most people don't even know that. And you
I
can
didn't know
optimize
that.
that. Yeah, and you can optimize that for mobile. So there's a couple of different ways in which you can create some free sites. And even your Weebly's and your Wix, they have a free version or a trial version. Of course, a lot of people like WordPress. So all of those are options.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm more of the just traditional kind of Shopify, um, click funnels, lead pages, sort of. Oh, and Get Response. I like Get Response too.
Yep, Get Response. I've used Get Response. We use swipe pages as well. So, and one more. If you have an email autoresponder, and again, a lot of the email autoresponders will have a free up to, your first 200 or 500 subscribers, they will also have sort of a forms type of page that's sort of a capture page or, small mini website within the email autoresponder tool. So you might want to look into those as well if you're a person that is just trying to get started and you don't have a way to capture their email addresses. You have to, you got to have a way to capture it. So use some of
Absolutely,
the
absolutely,
free email marketing options out there for your low subscriber list. When your list gets bigger, then you're going to have to do something different. So look into
and
that.
and just to piggyback off what you said, Nicole, in terms of like capturing email addresses, right? So stats show that 98% of people who visit your website will never visit your website again, right? So you have to have some sort of way to re-engage those people, and one of those ways you do that is through capturing their email address and then nurturing them through email. Um, so yeah, having an email list and building an email list is very important, um, because like all of my clients right now, about 35% of our monthly revenue is coming from email.
There you go. Email still matters, people. Email
Yeah,
still matters.
yep. And we get a little revenue from SMS, but we haven't really scaled it that much. We've primarily been focusing on email, and we've been seeing the biggest results from email. The reason why I say email is because with like SMS we noticed only works when you're like offering discounts because you can't really have like a long text thread, right? Um, and most of the marketers that I see who are doing SMS, it's usually like, hey, take advantage of the sale, last day for the sale, 35% off or flash sale, blah blah blah. But I have tested SMS for abandoned carts as well, um, which did okay. And we were using a motive for that. A motive is like $200 a month, and they have like a contract period. So they're pretty good. Attentive is another SMS subscriber that pretty much does the same thing. Um, so those are kind of the two major players for SMS, and they have like a lot of autoresponder features or like text engagement features on those platforms. Um, so those are something to pay attention to. But I personally love email marketing, simply because you can just build more. You can build a better relationship with your list, with your customer base, and really provide them with value, so that when you do pitch them a product or a service, it's not it's not too like you're not it's not high pressure at all. You have a relationship with them, and you're just putting a good offer out there for them to take advantage of.
All right. So, how to work with you?
Yeah, so right now, like we're currently kind of booked up. So what I would say is like the best way is to just get access to my newsletter, for advanced marketing strategies. I also give you some tips on like resources I use to get started, and kind of provide you with some guidance. You could also always email me or reply, and I'll be more than happy to share any information or any knowledge that I have with you. So Nicole should have the link to the newsletter. Um,
Yep,
and
and that is for those people who upgrade to the All Access Pass. Again, I started working with Gerald in 2019, believe it or not. I think it was February of 2019. I met him for the first time, and he helped us with the first summit and the second summit. And then every once in a gray shaded, purple polka dotted moon, he'd step in for a moment, maybe 30 days, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, and help us with our business. He's worked with us on ManyChat. He's worked with us on so many different tools, and he's also tested out some of our funnels for me. Um, so the fact that he has turned his side hustle that he started off just being an intern and then made it a full-time gig. And I think it became a full-time gig for him. He can correct me if I'm wrong. Within like 1 year or two, maybe one, I don't know, uh, is just awesome. And now he's got 5 dedicated reoccurring clients that he's doing regular work. And every once in a while, he gets a little bit of something, something from Nicole. But I am grateful for him and I'm grateful for the work that he's done. You mentioned that you have your team. So can you tell us just a little bit about your team and how you acquired them and all of that?
Yeah, so actually, I got my team from Upwork.
Oh,
Yep, I found some folks on Upwork who I toss assignments to on a weekly basis, and I've been actually working with them for about 2 years now. I would say. So they pretty much know my business. They know my clients. They know what I'm looking for. Um, and they're always open to um, you know doing whatever it is that needs to be done. And they work very fast. So yeah, I would say with the team, you have to actually. What I've learned is that it's better when you know how to do the work, so that you know if they're doing it right or wrong.
woo!
Right.
Say that one more time. Please say that one more time. Say
Yeah,
that one
so
more
I
time.
would say if you're hiring a team, you want to make sure you know how to do the jobs that you're assigning them to do, so that you know, number one, if they're doing it right or wrong, and number two, if they can't do the job, you can jump in and knock it out.
And you can quickly let them go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have been preaching that from the mountains. I love hearing all these horror stories, and I'm just being sarcastic when I say love, of people who sign up for some done for you service and they hire somebody to do whatever it is for them. And then they're frustrated or disappointed because of the fact that, oh, well, they told me it was going to take 40 hours to do this. And then when you get in there and you learn how to do it, you figure out it takes 4 hours, not 40. You didn't pay them for 40 hours. Like, or they take your info, your stuff, or whatever. And it's like, you definitely have to find a team. I have an amazing team in India, and I have continued to work with the team in India. I'm not opposed to any other country. It just worked out that way for me. And I've just continued to grow my team. Right now, we're at a size of 8. By the end of this month, we'll probably be at 10 or 12. But the point is, yeah, finding a dedicated team that can do stuff for you. And then that way, if they are not working out, pretty quick. It's not a you find out later.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. I mean, for me, it's like, because essentially sometimes when you're building a team, you might actually have to show them step by step how to do the job the right way.
Correct?
Um, so you definitely want to know how to do the job and do the job effectively, so that when you're training your team, they're learning things the right way.
Nice.
And they're not going off in the wild wild west, learning stuff from different people, and then like Nicole said, they mess around and mess your stuff up, following somebody else when they should have gotten it from you, right?
Correct.
So yeah.
So I think, having your standard operating procedures in place, that's what we have documented step by steps, along with Loom videos to show them what they're supposed to do, whatever the task is. That is going to be paramount if you're going to get a team. But the first thing you want to do is you want to be profitable, and you want to make sure that you got some gigs before you start trying to build a team, so that way you can outsource that work and free yourself up to do the stuff that's going to generate more revenue for you.
Hmm.
I didn't know if you
Absolutely.
were going to say that. I didn't know if you were going to say that, so I just threw it in
No,
there.
I wasn't.
All right. So, is there any other things that you want them to? Um, Anything else that you want them to know about marketing and things that can help them become a really good marketer and help them to be successful if they're going to venture into marketing? Any tips you want to summarize?
I would say right now, I mean, just staying on top of marketing, because it's changing so quickly, and AI is pretty much taking over a lot of things, and it's only gonna get um, more. AI is just pretty much gonna be more involved. So you definitely want to stay on top of the AI trends, topics, prompts, like all of that good stuff. You definitely want to stay on top of that because that's probably going to be um, what's going to be most important in the future. So, like, even a service, even like marketing services that we're providing now may become commoditized because people can get it done faster by themselves using an AI tool that does it automatically. So, what I would say is you have to I would say you need to really dive deep into marketing and understand all the facets of marketing so that you become irreplaceable. So what I mean by that is, let's say they come out with a new tool. Well, they already have these tools that can build an optimized website in 30 seconds, right, with just a few keywords, right? So you want to be able to edit the work. You want to know if they actually did a good job, right? You don't want to just use the stuff that AI creates and then put it out in the marketplace, right? You want to be able to know if it's actually going to work or not, right? So copywriting is still going to be important, and the most important skill within copywriting is going to be editing, copy editing, right? You want to be able to take the stuff that AI gives you and then punch it up and make it even better.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Don't rely 100 on the just the delivered AI. And as part of the summit, if you upgrade to the All Access Pass, you'll get his newsletter, which is going to help you. Trust me, it will. But you'll also get, I think we have 100 AI tools that we recommend, top 100 AI tools that we recommend. That comes with the All Access Pass automatically. You also get 100 AI side hustles that you can do, so you can learn AI and do these side hustles, because again, the AI has not mastered the art of perfection. It has gotten close in some areas and they're able to pass the bar and all this other crazy stuff. But there's still some level of human intervention. And so once you learn the baseline stuff about marketing, which is what he said, there's a bunch of free videos out there for each one of the platforms. Uh, the next thing that you want to do is start learning AI. So use that list that we have if you upgrade to the All Access Pass. So, with that, Gerald, we know that your daughter is in demand. We see that little beautiful hand there. What is your parting thing before we say goodbye to you and your beautiful daughter?
Um, have a blessed one. Enjoy and stay safe and cool. And we wish you all the best, all the success, and be blessed.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I will just say grab the All Access Pass. You can get his newsletter and you can get all the free AI list. So we'll say goodbye for now.
Okay.
Bye, beautiful girl.
All right. Say bye. All right.